Ah, my audio file seems to be broken. Well, I'll get that fixed. Hello, everybody. It's your good friend Pozzible here, and I'm back in action with another one of my day late, dollar short movie reviews, as cheap as it can get, with R.I.P.D. Yes, Ryan Reynolds and Jeff Bridges are in a definitely a Men in Black ripoff. You basically have the same idea, only this time it's not really ghosts. Okay, they're dead people who want to be ghosts, or like they want to be aliens. Okay, they're supposed to be dead, but they're not ghosts, and that kind of bothered me a little bit. But you know what really bothered me? Ultimately, I wanted to like this movie. I really wanted this movie to be good. I wanted this movie to make it. Unfortunately, it falls short. And that's the real problem with R.I.P.D. For those of you who do not know, during a raid, Ryan Reynolds there dies, and he's not exactly been a good person. He hasn't been a horrible person, he's just been a person. So he has a choice, either join R.I.P.D. or face judgment. And then, you know what's funny? They only imply to him that his judgment would be bad. You know, they don't really they don't really tell him that, oh, you know, you've done all these horrible things. He did do this one little kind of crookedish, you know, oh, we have an opportunity to steal money that no one's gonna notice is gone type of thing. And so, you know, quote unquote victimless crime. And so, but they're like holding that over his head. So being a member of the RIPD is really not a voluntary job. It's more of a forced servitude. You know, it's either this or the final judgment, which you don't really know which way that's going to go. That's the real problem. But that's neither here nor there. Obviously, if he faced the judgment, we wouldn't have a movie. That said, we're now watching him and Jeff Bridges find dead people who, unfortunately, aren't evil. You know, there's no real ultimate master plan, and for the master plan that there is, in the beginning, it was interesting because, like, oh my god, there's a conspiracy going on in the world of dead people. They don't go into enough detail. You really don't know why there's this whole conspiracy against the living. And, I mean, basically, they just want to take over the earth. I guess that's reason enough, but a little bit more detail. This is a movie that is actually suffering because it was too short. 98 minutes long. You could have put in an extra 10 minutes, an extra 15 minutes, and given us a little bit more detail, given us a little bit more depth. This was mostly a buddy film, and it was one of those, you know, cliche-ish. They don't get along at first, but by the end of the movie, they're best friends. Oh, spoiler. Anyway, but I have to give it a pass. I can't recommend this movie. I wanted to. It starts off really, really good, but then it just kind of falls flat. It's not that it was anything horrible. It's not that it was bad. It just that it was boring. It was predictable. It was cliche-ish, like a majority of movies. But the humor and the excitement just drain out of it. Like I said, too shallow. Ultimately too shallow. If they would have just put in a little bit more detail, a little bit more oomph, you know, character development, plot development, just a tiny bit more, it could have made it. This could have been a great movie. I mean, yes, it's a ripoff of Men in Black. That's no big deal. A majority of movies are ripoffs. Get over it. But when it comes to this movie, it could have really made something, and that's why I'm so disappointed by it. Well, guys, that'll do it for me. We'll see you again real soon here. I got a whole bunch of reviews to catch up on, and we'll see you at the theaters. And audio.